I'm going to play some songs. You just have to tell me who the artist is.
Let's go for it.
Before we start with the music, introduce yourself.
I'm Mark Zuckerberg, half of Z-Pain.
This one's for you.
Backstreet's back.
What do we know about Backstreet Boys? Are you a fan?
I mean, what don't we know about Backstreet Boys? Basically grew up listening to this. Still some of my go-to karaoke songs.
Yeah. I just had a sneaking feeling you might know this artist.
Yeah. Olivia, I love Olivia. Well, I got my daughters into Olivia Rodrigo.
You got them?
Yeah, I got them into it. They're still pretty young. I really like the pop-punk vibe. I grew up listening to a lot of Green Day.
Yeah.
I feel like, I'm not sure if she would consider herself sort of like spiritually similar, but I kind of get that vibe. I don't know, my favorite Olivia song is probably All American Bitch. It's on the Fight Jams playlist.
This is a new artist who's like massive right now.
Okay, Benson.
That's your boy.
I like Benson. I've kicked him a few times.
I've kicked him a few times.
Well, we did stunts, and he's like a real legit stuntman. We had a sword fight, and I kicked him in the stomach. Yeah. You know that he didn't know that he had a good voice for like 4 years, until like 4 years ago? Priscilla and I, we call him the musical Harry Potter, because he grew up not realizing that he had a gift.
Who's this?
Green Day. Last Night on Earth. This song was, it's a love song, and this was actually the first dance that Priscilla and I had at our wedding. Green Day's great. They have awesome range. Billy Joe, beautiful voice.
Do you think there'll ever be a band as good as Green Day?
As good as Green Day?
That's actually an AI band.
Impossible. You know, I mean, it's an interesting question, because I think AI will probably be able to produce technically interesting music, but it maybe sometimes feels a little soulless because it lacks the other parts of the human connection that are the background to these artists making these amazing songs.
I was on Meta AI and I asked, what are Mark Zuckerberg's favorite songs?
Yeah, Daft Punk.
This was like Discovery was referenced as one of your
Oh yeah,
albums.
I was listening to a lot of Daft Punk when I was coding the original Facebook back in 2004.
Yeah.
Like I'd wait until everyone else went to sleep and code from like 2 in the morning to like 7 in the morning and just get like an uninterrupted period and just like be jamming Daft Punk and drinking Red Bulls.
When you were in high school,
Yeah?
you built some kind of music app?
I did. I
Is
worked
that
with
right?
my friend to build this music player, Synapse. It was an MP3 player like Winamp at the time, but it also had this early AI in it. It listened to what you were listening to, and then it could just automatically generate playlists. So it was like an early version of some of the stuff that Spotify has now. If your playlist ends, it just kind of keeps on playing other stuff that you like.
Do you ever make things like that on the side? I know you're busy, but do you
Yeah,
still build things? And
Yeah, I clearly have a lot of side projects. I mean, this is like... Yeah. You know, one of my daughters is like this too. We just have to be producing things.
I got a few more here.
Yeah, Linkin Park.
Linkin Park.
Hell yeah. You know that one of the first big groups on Facebook when we first launched groups was Linkin Park Knows How I Feel. It was an angsty photo of a high school student like with his head up against his locker. Millions of people joined this, and it was like one of the first big viral Facebook groups.
This is on your fighting playlist. I just saw.
Sixpence None the Richer.
Sixpence None the Richer.
Kiss Me, great sparring song. You know, it's important to keep the music light so that way we don't kill each other. Like if you ramp it up too much, if you're listening to like Rage Against the Machine, someone's going down. Light music, no mouthpiece. If you have a mouthpiece, you bite down and you punch hard. You don't have a mouthpiece, it's just like you just play tag.
Take it a little easier. Okay, okay. I'm not even gonna preface this.
Back with the remix. These boys are my sons like Phoenix. My city and state never ever seen.
Gosh, I know who it is.
Some people say you guys look alike. Jack Harlow.
Oh, he's gonna be pissed that I didn't recognize the song. I was just texting with him this morning.
This is one of your favorite artists I've heard, and maybe a friend of yours, but I just had to throw this on.
Yeah, you know, T-Pain, man.
How did you and T-Pain like get to know each other? You become friends, right?
Yeah, we just kind of stayed in touch and sent ideas back and forth. You know, got together and jammed, and I was like, here, let me play this this kind of concept version of Get Low.
Which is
and
you
and
with
a few
a
other
guitar?
songs. Yeah, me and a guitar. You know, it took a while. Like he's on tour, I'm like running the company, and it took a while for us to like get in the studio, but we finally did.
Okay, so I'm gonna just play you the original one just so we can.
Lil Jon.
Lil Jon and the Yin Yang Twins.
You know,
what's the story with the song?
It's a love song. You know, I met my wife Priscilla at a college party. It was actually a party that my friends threw for me. It was a going away party because they were convinced I was going to get kicked out of school for this prank that I'd done. And when I met Priscilla, Get Low was playing in the background. So it's always just been this kind of funny thing for us. You know, every year on our dating anniversary, we always listened to a bunch of songs from 2003, including Get Low. So, I just thought that this would be a fun time to release this melodic, sweet acoustic version of Get Low.
369, damn, you're fine. Hoping you can sock it to me, baby.
Obviously, you haven't played it for your daughters because it's a little inappropriate. Well, or maybe you have.
I did, but I kind of dial it down.
Yeah.
And Augie is like, wait, Dad, this whole section is explicit? And I'm like, yeah, it kind of is. I'm like, you can't listen to this whole section.
Before we go, I want to change it up a little bit and see if...
Nice Ray-Bans, man.
Yeah, thank you. I'll take the headphones back and you can play me a song that
Yeah.
everybody should know.
Yeah, here, you're listening to The Social Network?
I was listening.
That's good.
I was listening to the social... I was going to play you a song from the Social Network to
it's
see
pretty
if
funny.
you recognize it.
I mean, it's good music. Okay.
Okay, I
got
love this
this?
choice. Why
Yeah.
did you choose this?
I don't know, my dad was always super into this, and I've always just associated it with like entrepreneurship and hard work.
We're taking care of business.
We are. Yeah, we are.
Who is the artist of this song?
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Bachman Turner Overdrive. What a selection.
Yeah, well, it's deep. All right.
Thanks for coming on Trackstar.
Thanks for coming out here.
Yeah.
This is fun. I really love what you're doing.
Can we take a selfie?
Yeah, of course.